Well, this is what I'm up to today. So the other day we went to spray the dash in this car, and it had all this old cushioning stuck to the floor, which I never took up. Originally I left it because I pulled the carpeting and that was it. But when Sean went to blow the car down to get ready to paint the dash inside, this stuff started lifting up. And look what we found, unfortunately. Now, I had looked underneath this car originally when I was taking the bumpers off, and I had tapped around and I didn't see any rust going on, but it appears that it was covered up with roof tar and all sorts of stuff, and that's why I didn't see it. So so far I've only seen this side, the passenger side, but look at this shit. I don't know what it is, but we're scraping it off. We're gonna go through it all and we're gonna make it better. So there's a while here of scraping and cleaning, but we're gonna make this right. We're gonna fix it up, and we're gonna be doing some welding, probably not today, but the plan is get everything cleaned up, wire wheeled, floor cut out, and then go from there. So that's what I'm working on, and then I'll show you what else is going on in the shop in a bit. But right now I'm gonna continue scraping this and see where we get on the little 63 Falcon. And here we go. We got this side scraped, so it looks like the back half is in really decent shape. I've got out my big old wire wheel, flapper disc, vacuum, dustpan, garbage can, Coca-Cola in a can, because the glass bottles are only for when I'm working on my shit. Anyway, so we're going to get all this surface rust off here. We got a long ways to go. Not too worried about back in there. I'll just clean that up. That I know is good, but I want to get all this surface rust off in here, get it all treated with some nice rust paint, and obviously get this kind of cut out. That's the plan. So we're going to keep plugging away here and see what we can go. And yes, we're listening to a little Hank Williams Jr. at the same time. Hell yeah. It's a beautiful December, what is it, the 3rd, the 4th? Who knows? All I know is the sooner Christmas is over, the happier I'll be. Bah humbugged all that fucking shit. Okay, well, we're getting there. So, the back side is good. And the front side obviously needs to be cut out. I'm not going to bother cleaning that up because there's no point when I'm just going to cut it out. So there's no point wasting the customer's money and my time. The back along here is all good. We'll come around here and I'm onto the driver's side now. And I tell you, I've never seen so much. Look at, I've taken so far out of the whole car, counting that side and this side, this is dustpan number 5. And we still got, look at this shit. But the good news is I'm not coming up with any holes so far. Looks like we could be solid, so I'm going to sweep this shit out, vacuum it out then, and then hit it with the old wire wheel and see what we come across here. So all is good. All is good, perfect. We like to hear that. Okay, well, so far the driver's side is looking good. No rust. Nice. As you can see, I'm still scraping a bit away there, but it's looking real good on the driver's side. So it looks like we're going to need a passenger side floor pan piece only. And that's it. Anyway, we'll continue cleaning this up for the day. And that's only a, you know, that's only a start right there, but we'll get it cleaned up. Show you what's going on in the shop. Look at these beautiful mountains. Isn't that gorgeous? That's a view from my living room. Those mountains from my living room. Ah, you ready, buddy?
Am I in the way?
No.
Oh.
Are you in the way now?
I don't know.
I'm still filming you. Alright, well that was our friendly Lordco driver. He's heading out at the end of the day, bringing me a new shoots gun. There he goes, Lordco Supplies. They bring us stuff. We also use Fortins. And, well, we use a bunch. Finish Master. We use a bunch of people. But anyway, what else is going on here? Well, we've got, this is the cab that goes on this chassis. And today Mike fitted the cab on the chassis because he had to make sure everything was going to work, because you remember, we're dealing with a Buick engine, a 700R tranny, and a transfer case from a mid-80s Suburban GM. So he had it all mounted down in there and sitting there, and he had to make sure the floor was going to clear and the valve covers were going to clear and everything was just going to clear. And, well, it cleared. He's got a little bit of room there, not much. The front valve cover's a little bit tight, but it's not rubbing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be texture spraying this underneath. And then we're going to let it sit in here till probably at least lunchtime tomorrow, let it dry up. And then it's going to go over to Sean. We're going to pre-fit the doors on it one more time. And then we're going to paint all the inside of the cab and all the firewall. Then we can bolt the cab on the frame, and then we'll have the cab bolted down with the engine and tranny in. Then we'll get the gas tank in, we'll run all the gas lines, and after that is going to be starting to plumb the brakes. Oh, and put the steering box in. So it's coming along. Slowly but surely it is coming along. And what I was going to show you, and the Chevy pickup, it's all done. All we got to do is paint the air cleaner thing that you saw that Mike had built for that, the air cleaners, that snorkel thing. Sean's going to be getting that painted up at the end of the week, and then this truck is done and gone. That's good. Get them out. Get them out. Get them out. Get the next ones on the go. Now, this is the other cab. I'm working on this cab here. I think this was a 72 also. You remember this one? I did the cab corner, did the front and back cab supports. Got the rocker done. I took the door off the other day, and I got the inner rocker on. Now this piece comes... This is one piece that comes and goes along here. This is how it comes. I didn't cut it. And it's the inner rocker. Well, I'm going to be cutting this piece off now because I've got that piece attached to the floor. And you can see I've drilled out all the... where I'm going to plug weld. Where the floor is going to plug weld down onto here. Now, of course, I still got to spray this of all my rust through, weld through, I should say, primer and all that bullshit. But I'm not working on it right now, so I haven't gotten there yet. So that's what's going on there. And then, well, Sean's working away on stuff in there. I don't know, you can see him in here somewhere. Oh, he's sitting down smoking!
Oh, yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Smoking. Working on doors for the 4x4 that's in the bay that you saw. And then you got this big boat in here. He's got the box all in primer on now. So that's good. Next we'll be starting on the cab. Big truck. Takes a lot of room up. That's a real big truck. Wow. So that's what's happening there. Okay. You're getting onto that door?
Let's get on it.
Okay, yeah, no problem. I'll be over there. I got to spray that truck underneath with the shoots gun. I'm out here for at least another hour for sure. Yeah. So we got that, and then if you're wondering, now that truck there, I just was talking to Sean about, I got to spray. I always do it at the end of the day. Mike's gone home now. It's just like, I think it's almost 4:30 or something. He leaves at 4. I don't do it while he's in there because it stinks quite bad. So I do it at the end of the day when he's gone. That way there I can leave the doors open, take the fan, and blow the smell out. Then it's not so bad because for him to sit in there and work in that smell. If it was summer, it'd be different. The doors are open, but it's winter and the doors are closed. And between the smell and the heat in the shop and everything, oh fuck, you just have a headache all day long. Oh, and I showed you my mountain view at the front, my yard. This is my mountain view at the back of my yard. And that's my field, obviously, with all my lawn art and my stage where we have the parties. But that is from my kitchen. I see that mountain. What's that mountain called? I don't know. I call it mountain. Okay. The Falcon. That's it. What have we got done here today? We're leaving off right here with this. I've started cutting it away. I don't want to cut too much more out. Let's say normally I don't even cut floors out until I get the floor pan. But it didn't matter on this one because I have to cut this much out anyway because it's that rotten. And I still got to cut out more because if you look carefully down in there, you can still see all the rust going up there. And I got rust up in there heading up into the torque box, whatever. The torque box not rusted. I'm just saying the floor is. And there's of course all the floor I've been cutting out right there. I got to pick that out of there. So and I got it cleaned up. We're going to clean it a little better than that. And then we'll let's get the floor in. We'll clean this up a bit better. Then we'll put a rust treatment on it. So I'm going to go over to the hot rod shop across the road here tomorrow and see about a floor pan. I'm going to see if they've got one or how long it would take to get one and how much it would cost. Because if I can make it for cheaper than I can buy it, I will. But if I can buy it cheaper than I can make it, that's a deciding point too. But also time-wise. Usually they're pretty good. If I order something, it's usually a week. So that's okay. While I'm waiting for that, I can finish cleaning these up a bit more and get them sprayed all over there. I won't spray this piece because I'm working here. And I'll just be in there with my dirty boots. But I can spray all that and spray in the back and everything. So that's all good, and then just leave this side until I'm done. So if it's a week, it's okay. If it's 2 or 3 weeks, forget it. I'll make one. But like I say, if it's cheaper to buy it, I'll buy it. If it's cheaper to make it, I'll make it. Some people say, why don't you just go grab a piece of sheet metal and make one? Well, I can do that all day long. But a piece of metal that shape nowadays is like 40 bucks. And I'm going to cut it, put the bead rolls in it, everything. So I'm going to be there for a good hour, hour and a half. So the time I'm done, that panel is probably going to cost him, honestly, $200 in my labor and for the metal. Where sometimes I can go buy that piece for like 75 bucks, 100 bucks, and it's on the shelf, so why wouldn't I do that? It's all about saving customers money. But like I say, in this case, if it's 2 or 3 weeks out, well, then he'll be spending a couple hundred for me to make one, because we can't have the car sit that long. We don't want to leave it sit that long. This car is very, very, very close to being painted. The dash is going to get painted next year, and the jams in the doors, and then it's blocked the body down and send that sucker for paint. And I'm trying to get it painted before the weather goes for complete shit. And what I mean complete shit is I mean like in the negatives. The Dodge, the Chrysler, whatever. We're all done with that. I couldn't find the window chocks. The owner says he got hold of someone down south that has them, some specialty company, and they're going to send them up along with a hood hinge. So let's hope they're right. And if they are, boom, we'll get side glass in it, get the hood hinge on, and it's gone. Because I do need to move this sucker out pretty quick here too. So that's good. So that is about it. That is what is going on here in the shop today. I got to get the diff off these leaf springs and get the diff apart and then get it all blasted. And then that diff is for that 72 Chev pickup that had the frame here that we're redoing. Not the one in the bay just saw there, the one in behind here that we're doing a complete frame off on, the orange one. We're doing that one. I got to get that diff down because we're going to be taking that up. We're going to be putting an Eaton posi in that sucker with probably like 373 gears or something like that. But with that being said, let's do some spraying here and let's see how it looks when we're done, if we can. See what happens. But thanks for watching. Remember, it's always good time and old time. Follow along. Sunday Fun Days right around the corner.